4,000 weeks made peace with death easier than saying no to a coworker. Accepting that your time is finite, that's step one. Defending it from other people, that's the part the book skips. Oliver Burkeman starts with brutal arithmetic. Live to about 80, and you get roughly 4,000 weeks. Total. Not 4,000 productive weeks, 4,000 weeks including the ones you've already spent. His first big idea is the efficiency trap. Getting faster at clearing tasks doesn't empty the pile, it grows it. Answer email quicker, and you become the person who answers email quicker. So you get more email. The reward for good work is more work. That's the trap. Then he goes deeper, and this is where the book earns its reputation. He argues productivity obsession isn't a skill problem. It's avoidance. Staying busy is how we dodge the terrifying fact that choosing one life means burying the others. Busyness is a hiding place. Every optimized morning routine is partly a way of not looking at the clock that actually matters. And to be fair, the book isn't all philosophy. Pay yourself first. Do your own priority before the world wakes up. Cap work in progress at 3 projects. Do things for their own sake, what he calls atelic activities, walks with no step count. My favorite move is cosmic insignificance therapy. The universe doesn't notice your unfinished to-do list. Burkeman turns that from depressing into liberating. If nothing you do is cosmically significant, you're free to do what's humanly significant. You don't have a time management problem. You have a mortality problem with a to-do list. So the fans are right. As a diagnosis, this is the best time book of the decade. But read it a second time and notice something strange. Notice who's missing from almost every page, everyone else. The entire book treats time as a private relationship. You, alone, facing your finitude. A philosophical staring contest with death. You blink, you accept, you're free. It's beautiful. It's also not how anyone's week actually works, because your calendar was never a private document, it's a shared one. Your boss writes on it, your kids write on it, your group chat writes on it, your mother has a recurring entry she doesn't know she made. Your time isn't a resource you manage, it's territory other people already occupy. Concrete version, it's 6:04 on a Tuesday evening. A Slack message lands. Quick favor, won't take long. Burkeman has taught you that you can't do everything. Wonderful. The message is still sitting there, glowing. The book's answer is to choose what to neglect. Consciously decide what you'll fail at. And he admits, briefly, that this means disappointing people. One line, then the book moves on, but disappointing people isn't a footnote, it's the entire difficulty. Neglect a hobby, and nothing happens. Silence. Neglect a person, a boss, a friend, a parent, and something happens back. That's the difference the book never prices in. Every no has a witness. Saying no to a task is arithmetic. Saying no to a person is a relationship event. Second example, the Sunday call with your mum. You can privately accept your finitude all you like. She still books that hour every week, and she books it with love, which makes it heavier, not lighter. Third, the group chat planning the trip. The school asking for volunteers, the neighbour with a couch and a truck-shaped question. None of these are tasks. They're social machinery, and social machinery doesn't care that you've read Heidegger. Acceptance without negotiation is just surrender with a better vocabulary. And here's the twist. Burkeman knows time is social. He tells the story of the Soviet staggered calendar, how splitting people's days off nearly broke society, because time only has value when it's shared. He proves your hours belong to a network, and then offers no way to negotiate with the network, so the reader finishes the book genuinely calmer, Monday morning arrives, and that hard-won serenity walks straight into an inbox that other people own. Nothing on the calendar moved, only the feeling did. The book cured your anxiety. It left your calendar exactly where it was. Now, why can't the book fix this? It's not laziness, it's structural. Burkeman is writing philosophy of the individual. His sources, the mortality thinkers, the monks, the meditators, all frame time as a solitary confrontation. In that genre, other people are scenery. There's also the author's chair. Burkeman is a self-employed writer, a former productivity columnist who escaped the machine. He decides when his workday starts. The advice is honest, but it's written from inside a level of autonomy most readers don't have. Most books about time are written by people whose calendars nobody else controls. Second reason, negotiation is ugly. It involves scripts, power, and the unglamorous question of whether you can afford to disappoint the person who signs your paycheck. That material doesn't fit a book pitched at the cosmic register. Mortality is elegant. HR is not. And third, acceptance is one decision. Defense is a repeated practice. A book can deliver an epiphany in a single reading. It cannot stand next to you every Thursday when the quick favor arrives again. Insight is free. Boundaries are expensive, and someone else always gets the bill for your new philosophy, which is exactly why we avoid presenting it. So let's build what the book leaves out, not a replacement, an extension. Burkeman gives you the why. This is the how. 4 steps. I call it the claims protocol. 4 steps. Each one is a negotiation the book assumes you'll figure out alone. Step 1. The claims audit. Open last week's calendar and write a name next to every block of time. Not the task, the claimant. Who does that hour actually belong to? Your manager, your kids, the chat. Be literal. People who do this find patterns fast. Those 5 scattered quick syncs, all one colleague, your entire Sunday evening, claimed by dread of Monday, which means claimed by your job. The audit doesn't judge, it just names the owners. Whatever hours have no name next to them, that's all the time you actually own. Step 2. The disappointment budget. Burkeman says you'll inevitably disappoint someone. Fine, then choose who, in advance, per season. Sit down once a quarter and finish this sentence. For the next 3 months, I am willing to disappoint. Maybe this quarter it's the PTA and the college group chat, and it is not your kids and not your manager. Now, when the volunteer form arrives, there's no fresh agony. The decision was made in daylight, weeks ago, when you were calm. Disappoint on purpose, not by default. Because you're already disappointing someone every week. You're just letting exhaustion pick who. Step 3. Shrink before you cut. Don't ghost your commitments. Downgrade them out loud. The weekly call with Mum becomes a monthly long one, and you say so. The standing meeting becomes an email summary, and you propose it. The template is 1 sentence. Name the limit. Offer the smaller version. I can't do weekly anymore. Can we do the first Sunday of every month properly? To your boss, I can own the newsletter or the Thursday meeting. Which one matters more to you? People forgive a smaller yes far faster than a silent no. Step 4. The standing number. These are categories you refuse permanently, so each request stops being a fresh negotiation. No meetings before 10, no new recurring commitment unless an old one dies, no favors on Sunday that involve a truck. The power is speed. When the co-worker floats a Tuesday breakfast thing, you're not deciding, you're quoting policy. I don't do mornings before 10 lands completely differently than I'd rather not. One sounds like a rule, the other sounds negotiable. Burkeman hands you the why. The protocol hands you your Tuesday. So, the verdict. Read 4,000 Weeks if you're an anxious achiever who controls at least part of your calendar. It will genuinely rewire how you feel about time. Skip it, or at least brace yourself if your hours are ruled by shift schedules, caregiving, or a boss with your evenings on speed dial. You'll get a beautiful diagnosis and no medicine. A book can hand you your mortality. It can't hand you your calendar back. Your time is a negotiation. 4,000 weeks, and almost every one of them has someone else's name on it until you speak up. So, here's my question for the comments. Whose claim on your time was the hardest to renegotiate? And what actually happened when you finally did? I read everything. Next time, essentialism told you to say no to almost everything. I'll show you the reason your no keeps getting overturned.